Good afternoon and half a day, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone that attended today. It's my pleasure and my honor to be here in front of you all. Throughout more than a century, the Guam chapter of American Red Cross has been a steadfast symbol of resilience and compassion for our community. Since its inception in 1916, it has ignited island-wide participation, mobilized support for humanitarian initiatives, and pioneered programs that uplift our youth. Over the decades, the chapter has led the charge in disaster response, offering life-saving training, shelter, and comfort during Guam's most trying times. From typhoons and earthquake to fires and emergencies, it has also showcased Guam's spirit of solidarity beyond our shores, extending help to refugees, displaced families, and our neighbors across the Pacific. Today, it's not just about honoring Red Cross and everything else that Red Cross has done to our community. But today, we also would like to take a moment to honor a special person. We honor the extraordinary leadership of Ms. Austria Blaise. Since 1998, she has guided the Guam chapter with vision, determination, and grace. During times of adversity, she restored stability, forged impactful partnerships, and cultivated a devoted volunteer corps. Under her stewardship, the annual Red Ball, one of my favorite, if not my most favorite event of the year, has become one of Guam's premier philanthropic events, inspiring generosity and unity across our island. Most recently, her leadership has directed over 13.1 million in aid to nearly 27,700 individuals affected by Typhoon Mawar, a true reflection of her dedication and the enduring strength of Red Cross, of Red Cross's mission. At this point, I also wanted to acknowledge the regional leadership of Smalley Schmidt. Thank you, half a day, and welcome to Guam. We're extending, on behalf of our whole island, we extend to you our half a day spirit. So, Ms. Blaise, your 27 years of service have woven a lasting legacy into the very fabric of Guam's civic and cultural identity. For all of you, the people of Guam out there, I would like to say that Ms. Blaise is one of my idols, or one of, I consider like somebody to look after, to the footsteps, to walk the same footsteps of humility, grace, and compassion to our island. So you have mentored many people, you have inspired many people, including myself, and personified the best of humanitarian leadership. On behalf of the Legislature of Guam, it's our honor to recognize you and Red Cross Guam chapter, of course. I was saddened when I found out that Ms. Chita is going to retire after 27 years. And up to the last minute, I'm encouraging her to reconsider. Maybe another 3 years, why not, right? 27, my age. But along with Ms. Chita's leadership, I would like to commend her board of directors, of course, and I see a lot of familiar faces that are here with us today. And later on, if any of you wanted to come up and speak, I would be honored to have you here next to me. And not only the board of directors, but as well as all the volunteers, not just the volunteers that are regularly there for Red Cross, but also the volunteers at large within our community. So I'd like to commend all of you and all your hard work. And some of the board members, Mr. Chair, our first dude, and some of the board members, if not majority, have been board members of Red Cross for a long time. They're dedicated public servants as well as myself. And I commend all of you for continuously wanting to help and assist our island, especially during times of hardships and challenges. On that note, it is my honor and pleasure and privilege to present this resolution to you and to the Guam chapter of American Red Cross in recognition of your remarkable contributions, and along with it, my big Sidus Masi. I would like to call here on next to me, Ms. Chita Blaise, and of course, Ms. Molly Schmidt, to have you next to me as I read the resolution. Okay. Yeah. Yes, I'd like to ask my board members and my staff and my volunteers to come up here and join us.
You want me to hold the microphone for you?
I'll just
You're just going to stand
Yeah.
here? Okay.
Thank you, though.
No.
Can you see that? Yeah, go on this way. Before I read the resolution, I would like to hand them over to Ms. Chita, Ms. Molly, Ms. Chita. Sweetheart, I'll just give. And Magahaga to Jeff, probably, Ms. Molly, and the rest. Just so when I read the resolution, you guys have, just. Resolution number 115-38 COR, introduced by yours truly, myself, Senator Shelly Calvo, along with all my colleagues at on the 38th Guam Legislature. This is relative to recognizing the American Red Cross Guam chapter on the celebration of its 109th anniversary and commending Maria Carmen, Chita, Austria Blaise for her 27 years of distinguished service as Executive Director. Thank you, First Dude.
You're welcome.
Whereas today, the American Red Cross endures as one of the world's 8 largest and most respected humanitarian movement, mobilizing millions of volunteers across more than 190 nations, turning compassion into action, and restoring dignity to those in despair. And whereas the Guam chapter of the American Red Cross, established on October 23, 1916, under a congressional charter chaired by Governor Williams J. Maxwell, has been an unwavering pillar of service and resilience for over a century. In its early years, the chapter inspired island-wide participation, raised substantial funds for humanitarian campaigns, and established both the Junior Red Cross Club and pioneering school nursing program dedicated to improve the welfare of Guam's youth. And whereas the Guam chapter of the American Red Cross has proudly served the island's community for 109 years, offering life-saving training, disaster preparedness, and immediate relief in times of crisis. And whereas, since its founding, the Guam chapter has stood at the forefront of the island's emergency response network, assisting residents throughout countless natural disasters, including Super Typhoon Pamela, Typhoon Omar, Typhoon Paka, Typhoon Chatan, Super Typhoon Pongsana, and 1993 8.1 magnitude earthquake on Guam, and most recently, Typhoon Mawar, providing comfort, relief, and reassurance to families in their darkest hours. And whereas the Guam chapter has also extended Guam's spirit of solidarity beyond its shores by aiding victims of humanitarian crisis across the Pacific and beyond, assisting in the Vietnam War refugees, aiding displaced families following the eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines, and welcoming new arrivals from the Federated States of Micronesia with care and compassion. And whereas the Guam chapter has played a vital role in supporting military families, veterans, and the broader community through blood drives, emergency shelter operations, and volunteer mobilization. And whereas in 1998, Miss Maria Carmen Chita, Austria Blaise, assumed leadership as Executive Director of the American Red Cross Guam chapter during a time of financial hardship and organizational uncertainty. Through her grace, determination, and visionary leadership, she breathed new life into the chapter, restoring stability, strengthening trust, and rekindling the community's confidence in its mission and service. And whereas Ms. Blaise forged powerful partnerships across both public and private sectors, cultivated a devoted volunteer corps, and introduced creative, sustainable fundraising initiatives, including the annual Red Ball, which under her stewardship evolved into one of Guam's premier philanthropic and social events, raising vital funds while inspiring a culture of generosity and unity throughout the island. Whereas, under her leadership, the Guam chapter grew into a local cornerstone of humanitarian response, leading coordinated relief efforts or operations for typhoon fires and emergencies, serving thousands of families and delivering millions of dollars in assistance to those most in need. During the aftermath of Typhoon Mawar, her steadfast guidance helped direct over 13.1 million in aid to nearly 27,700 individuals, exemplifying her devotion to service and the enduring strength of the Red Cross mission. And whereas in her 27 years of devoted service, Ms. Blaise has inspired countless others to dedicate their lives to helping humanity, leaving a legacy woven deeply into Guam's civic and cultural fabric through her work as a mentor, humanitarian, and advocate. Now therefore be it resolved that the Committee on Rules and I-38 na Legislaturang Guam does hereby, on behalf of I-Legislaturang Guam and the people of Guam, recognize the American Red Cross Guam chapter on the celebration of its 109th anniversary and commend Maria Carmen Chita, Austria Blaise, for her 27 years of distinguished service as Executive Director, and be it further resolved that the Speaker and the Chairperson of the Committee on Rules certify and the Legislative Secretary attest to the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be therefore transmitted to Ms. Molly Schmidt, Chief Executive Officer, American Red Cross Pacific Islands Region, to Ms. Chita Blaise, outgoing Executive Director, American Red Cross Guam Chapter, to the Chapter of the American Red Cross, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero, I Magahagang, Guam, duly and regularly adopted by the Committee on Rules of Imina Itrenten Ochana Legislature in Guam on the 25th day of November 2025, signed by our Speaker, Frank F. Blaise Jr., Vice Speaker and Committee on Rules Chairperson V. Anthony Ada, and our Legislative Secretary, Sabrina Salas Matanani. At this point, I would like to congratulate everyone. Congratulations once again, and I would like to ask Ms. Chita Blaise and Ms. Molly Schmidt to offer some remarks.
Half a day. What an incredible honor to be here today, standing amongst so many extraordinary people. Thank you very much, Senator. That was really incredible. This is an honor, and it's an honor for me on behalf of the American Red Cross to honor Ms. Chita Blaise. She is extraordinary, and her leadership of 27 years of the Executive Director of the Guam chapter has been nothing short of extraordinary, from working with our board to our volunteers, to an amazing staff who is the backbone of everything that we are able to do in the Guam chapter. Thank you, Ms. Chita. I'm honored to say that as we speak at this very moment in the Guam chapter, there is also, she does not know this, there is a plaque being hung on the walls of the second floor of the chapter, acknowledging that the second floor, where the board convenes its board meetings and where a lot of the hard work and the leadership is done, is now going to be called Blaise Hall. Next time you're at the chapter office, I welcome any of you to see the plaque and honor, and this proclamation will proudly be hung right next to it. It is a remarkable time as we look to the future of the American Red Cross. And I would like to just read a few words, because thank you to everyone standing here and in the community for believing in the mission of the American Red Cross. We know that Guam is a close-knit community, and when storms sweep through neighborhoods or fires threaten our homes, our Red Cross volunteers are there, providing shelter, coordinating relief supplies, ensuring families have meals and basic necessities. But the magic of the Red Cross offers more than just a blanket. It offers hope. We offer hope. There is no other organization in the world that can mobilize as swiftly and as effectively as the American Red Cross when we are called upon. We've seen how Red Cross volunteers can carry families from grief into relief. Our commitment in our congressional charter is not only an emergency response. We honor military men and women who wear the uniform and the families who wait for them at home. The Red Cross stands with the military community at every step of the way, from enlistment through their life as a veteran. With resources, wellness workshops, and the Hero Care Network, a 24/7 communication system, we help service members, veterans, and their families navigate life's challenges with strength. It is my honor to be here standing today. Thank you very much, Senator. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Miss Molly. So my question is, am I allowed to put all of my photos on a wailing wall at the Blaise Hall? So, but anyway, that is such an honor, really. I mean, I am just over the moon. But thank you so much, Senator Shelly Calvo, for this honor of this resolution, recognizing the 109 years of the American Red Cross in Guam, and for my 27 years of service to the community. I mean, I accept this resolution with deep humility, and with me, to honor also my board members who are just the, I want to say the word. What is the word? What did you say about me? She is No. But anyway, they are just so committed, and I have now a 15-member board, and we are in the process of searching for, people who are interested to serve on the board of the American Red Cross, to expand it to maybe 15. But also we are in search of a replacement for the Maria Carmen Chita Blaise. Yes. So, but I also would like to recognize with me today the incredible, hardworking volunteers of the American Red Cross. Some of them are here today. And it's just been an honor for me for the last 27 years to work alongside my volunteers. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge my very small, dedicated staff members as my partner in crime, Sandra Ramiro. She has been with the chapter for 42 years, so try to beat that. And of course, I have my disaster program manager, Edward Lee, and Leticia Borja, who is my Service to Armed Forces Director. Again, to the members of this honorable legislature, my deepest gratitude for this honor bestowed on me and the American Red Cross. Si Diyos maasi. I love you all.
So again, congratulations to Red Cross, Guam chapter, and to Ms. Chita Blaise. Congratulations. May you find, Red Cross, may we find more of the volunteers. Don't look at me, Marcus, don't look at me. Board members, to the people of Guam, anybody who wanted to step up to the plate, we're looking for more additional board members and volunteers. You don't want to be voluntold, so call the office. First dude, may we have a special remarks from the chairman of the board? Sir.
Oh, thank you. No prepared remarks. Once again, we all congratulate Chita. I always take credit for being the one who was the chairman of the board at the time and hired her. Over the years, some people have looked at me and wondered about that. But in general, she has been the exemplary executive of an organization. And we'll miss her. And as I keep telling her, after a couple months of relaxation, she will be a volunteer. So we can't keep her on as the exec because she doesn't want to do that. She thinks she needs to enjoy life, but knowing Chita, she's going to be very active, and part of that activity is going to be continuing to volunteer for the Red Cross because it's in her blood. So Chita, congratulations. Thank you. Enjoy retirement for a couple weeks and then come back. Thank you, everybody. And by the way, once again, we are always looking for not only board members who are volunteers, but also volunteers to take classes and learn how to help the people of Guam, whether it's a big disaster or a little disaster. So if you're interested, contact the American Red Cross chapter. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you to our honorable first gentleman. Thank you. And please don't forget, not just volunteers, but also if you would kindly donate to Red Cross. They've done a really great job assisting our community. On that note, a big ondang kalun sa duos mase to everyone that's here today and to the people of Guam. And that concludes our resolution presentation. Thank you.